ASUU was formed in 1978. I'm not here to discuss the rights or wrongs of ASUU, but to teach you how to handle the inevitable. When situation is beyond your control and you are at the receiving end, there are ways you respond to it. Either you give up and watch things slide, or you move into action, you swing into action to mitigate the impacts of such situations. In this video, I'll be showing you how to turn this strike and subsequent ASUU strikes from a challenge to an opportunity. Do I see an end to the strikes? My answer is no. And why? I told you ASUU was formed in 1978 and started strike for a myriad of reasons since 1988. So far, ASUU has gone on over 20 strikes since then with a periodicity of 1.5 years. That means in every 1.5 years, there's an ASUU strike. And this strike does not last less than 3 months in most cases. If there are ones that lasted less than 3 months, they are not more than 2 or 3. You can see that the prognosis is bad. Now your parents or your sponsors cannot afford to send you abroad or to a private school, so you are stuck. And what do? Simple. Do not allow the prospect of not graduating on time to demoralize or make you to give up. Take advantage of the strike. Turn the strike to working tools for your success. And how do you do this? Number 1, learn a skill. If you have heard of the Jewish phenomenon, there are times your certificate will become useless. There are many situations. Could be times of war, displacement, or whatever. And then your certificates will not work. Nobody will even know, even if you're a professor. You will queue in line with the illiterate to get rations. In such times, the only thing that can keep you going is the skills you have learned. So learn a skill: painting, electricals, mechanical, carpentry, printing, designs, artwork, and so on. There are 1,001 skills you can learn during this strike. You can take advantage of this strike. Let me tell you, when I was an undergraduate in 1988 when strike started. The moment we went on strike and I noticed that we were going to stay long at home, I went to my mom and I told her, I said, "Mom, please, I want to learn typing." In those days, commercial schools were meant for those who could not pass secondary school, or one way or the other could not gain admission into regular secondary schools. So they went into the commercial school to learn typing, become secretaries and so on. And here was an undergraduate coming to learn typing in a commercial school, side of the road for that matter. And how much did it cost me? 10 naira. It was much money then though. And I learned that skill of typing. That was what eventually led me to understanding how to use the computer, because when one of my mentors came from outside the country with some computers, then in the days of WordPerfect and so on, when everything has to be done in the DOS environment, because I knew how to type, it brought me on board to help him in his computer institutes. And that was how I got used to computers. And eventually, when I was doing my master's and my PhD, I ended up doing all my analysis myself. So take time to learn a skill. It's not just for the present, it will save you in future. Number 2, read good books. When you are reading books, you're actually going into the mind of the writer. I love biographies, autobiographies, and so on. It will shock you. Even autobiographies of people like Hitler Benito Mussolini, and so on. And then of great people also. Winston Churchill, Abraham Lincoln, and so on. Stories that were written about them. Read good books. And apart from that, read other educational books. Read books on management. Read books on just normal literature, stories, and so on. In my time, and up till now, I'm still reading. I read a lot of books. In those days, we had the African Writers Series. It was a pride to say that you read so and so books of the African Writers Series. Peter Abrahams, Wole Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, and so on. And with that, you are able to build your vocabulary, develop yourself, even in your regular class. What you read from those books eventually will become like a base, a database, word base, vocabulary base, which will help you in understanding your regular courses. Number 3, do what I call remedial reading to improve your grades. It might be that there are some courses you are not very good in. This is the time to sit down and do remedial reading. Read what was before. Take time and try to improve on your knowledge of those subject areas. Then do advanced reading. Number 4. Advanced reading, when you do it, you change your grades for the better. Every student has the handbook for the course, for the program he's doing. So take the handbook, go to the next semester or the next level, get books, read. The ones you do not understand, consult your mates and so on. Or consult your seniors who have passed through that level. By so doing, you are making yourself better. You are improving your capacity to score high grades in the subject area. Number 5, plant a garden. This may surprise you. But when you plant a tree or 2, you are improving the environment. Plant a garden with economic trees. Tomorrow, they might serve as source of economic value, source of finance. If you plant a mango today, there's a guarantee that in the next few years, you'll start selling mango. Not selling mango as a trade, but you could become, somebody that you will earn 1 or 2 things from those economic trees you have planted. Not only that, you could use it to help people. Apart from greening the environment. And I will encourage, because I'm an environmentalist, I will encourage every person to plant a tree and nurse a tree. For adults, tell your children to plant a tree and nurse a tree. We'll make our environment cleaner by doing so. Number 6, take advantage of massive online courses, what we popularly call MOOCs. Most of them are free, and a lot of them offer scholarships, full scholarships. And the certificates are authentic. And the knowledge gained, you can never underrate what it will do for you later. We have a lot of them. We have the edX, we have Coursera, and so on. So take advantage of these massive online courses. In the few weeks you have to spend at home, don't just go about perambulating, going around traveling from one place to the other, thinking that, well, now there is no school, ASUU is on strike, and you are going about telling stories of ASUU strike. It has nothing nothing positive to contribute to your life. And then also assist your host in whatever way possible. There are a lot of us who visit people instead of helping in the home. Helping your host. All you do, there's no school, ASUU is on strike. You go to sleep, you wake up, you eat, you go to sleep. Even to help do the dishes in the home, no, you can't do it. Please, if you are staying with somebody who is a trader, help him in the trade. If you are staying with a farmer, help that person with farming. If you are staying with maybe an academic who has to do research, why not help the person? You can help in literature review. You can help in one thing or the other. You can even help to learn data analysis and help in analysis and so on. By the time you are leaving, you have improved your knowledge, you have improved yourself, and who knows, you might also be living with some big fat envelope for the school. So My dear student, ASUU is on strike, true. And like I told you, the prognosis is not good. There's no guarantee that there won't be another ASUU strike. Because if you keep doing the same thing the same way, you get the same results. So if government keeps doing the same thing the same way, government should expect the same results with ASUU. So do not waste the strike period. Use it to build capacity that will enhance your life beyond the university phase.